friends, welcome to my YouTube channel and yet another one of the great makeup artist looks put together for the Mary Kay Makeover contest, the Cinnamon Glow look. If you have not yet liked or subscribed to my channel, please do that. I will be going through all of the different looks for you to show you how to do these looks. This one is my fave. Okay, here we go on this Cinnamon Glow look. You guys, this is spiced up browns, soft glam, gold. So many great colors in this look. It's one of my favorite looks. And the reason it's one of my favorite looks is because I believe every woman should own the colors that are in this look because they are such good colors. They're like no makeup look colors. They are amazing, incredible colors. So I'm going to show you how to do this look. So the first color we are going to start with is one that everyone needs in their arsenal, and it is called Hazelnut. Y'all, Hazelnut, I call it the beige bra of cosmetics because, you know, we all got a beige bra, right? Like it goes with certain shirts. You got to have one. It's not your cutest, but it's your best because it goes with everything. That, my friends, is Hazelnut. Okay, I got to grab my brushes here. So I have this little arsenal of Mary Kay brushes, which I absolutely love to use. And so this color called Hazelnut is going to go on the lid, the whole lid of our eye right here. All right, so here, friends, is our Hazelnut. It's this great kind of brown color. This is my personal palette. It's just such a good neutral, and I'm going to be using the all over eyeshadow brush to apply this. And so what I'm going to do with this is it's going to go on my lid here, and I'm actually going to blend mine because I have teeny tiny little itty bitty hooded eyes. We are going to be blending that up into the crease just slightly. So again, I'm going to kind of keep it out of this inner corner of my eye because I want to keep that inner corner light and bright. So it's going to go on the lid and then kind of blend it up into that crease. And notice how I start here, right, going like this, and then I just keep blending it up. I'm not adding more color up here. I'm just blending it up, and that's a good little hooded eye trick. So if you have hooded eyes, and there's different varieties of hooded eye, obviously, it'll kind of help push some of this real estate, which I have a ton between my crease and my brow, back, and it'll help me bring out the actual thing we want to accentuate, which is the lid. So again, you start on the lid, not adding any more color. I'm just going to blend it kind of going up towards my eyebrow. And it just gives it a really soft look. So that is the Hazelnut. The second color, okay, this is kind of fun. Look at my palette, you guys. It's clearly been loved. It's one of my favorites. It is called Cinnibar. And Cinnibar is just this like really warm, beautiful brown. It works on a lot of different skin tones. And y'all, this eye always waters when I do these videos. So we're watering again because why wouldn't we? So for this color, I'm going to be using the Mary Kay crease brush, which has this great little angle. And I'm going to kind of make like a triangle out here in the crease. So it's going to be in my crease. Oops, I touched it a little bit. And then here. So it's kind of a sideways V. And depending on, you know, if you want to give your eye more of a lifted look, you could make that V out a little bit, or if you want to go a little bit more dramatic. We are just going to a doctor appointment with a child today, so we do not need to be that super dramatic, but I'm still going to give it a little bit of a V. I like to kind of fill mine in. Okay, did you see how I filled that guy in a little bit? And I always tell my clients, y'all, it looks bad till it looks good. So don't worry about it, right? Because we're going to blend this thing. Okay, so that's one side. I'm going to do the other side and just do all the blending at once. So again, I'm going to start here, kind of draw out, almost like you're giving yourself a little bit of a winged eyeliner. And then I'm going to meet it here. Okay, and I'm going to fill that in. So again, it's kind of all in that corner. Well, let's fix that up a little bit. And that's why I like using this crease brush. See how it's angled to my eye? So it just like makes getting that effect really easy. And if you watched my Island Breeze look, don't worry about this. We'll clean that up at the end like we always do. I'm going to use one of my favorite brushes. It is called the Mary Kay blending brush. Okay, I actually call this the magic wand because it fixes all makeup mistakes. You can wave it at anything and it fixes it. So if you're someone who's like, oh my gosh, I can never do good eye makeup, girl, this will fix everything for you. It fixes all your problems. No, I'm kidding. But it at least fixes your makeup. Because it's so big and poofy, I don't have any color on it besides what I normally would blend with. And I'm just gonna blend. Notice how I'm not pulling the brush over the whole thing. I think that's a mistake that you make when you're doing eyeshadow, because you want it to be this really pretty gradient where it's gonna be lightest here to gradually darkest out here. And if I'm sitting here rubbing this brush over the whole thing, you're gonna kind of end up blending it away. So I'm just gonna blend where I see a line. So there's a big line up here and then a line in the middle of my eye. So see how that's already not so scary. I'm gonna blend right in the corner there. And again, there's no color on this, so I can kind of go outside of the lines and it's not gonna mess with anything. Okay, so again, I'm gonna blend up here because there's a line up here. So I'm not going over the whole thing. And then I'm just gonna blend here. You guys, this is such a great look if you have blue eyes, because again, the browns and golds accentuate blues. It's a great look, no matter what your eye color is, because it's kind of that, again, that no makeup look. It can be natural, it can be smoky. It just looks so gosh darn good. Okay, so that's pretty good. I did get a bunch underneath, but I don't freak out about that. We are gonna clean that up. Now, sometimes I'll go back just in the corner because again, I like just that corner to be a little bit more dramatic. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. And for this makeover contest, you guys, okay, let's pause for a second. They're giving away five $5,000 prizes. That's a lot of money, okay? And what I've learned about these makeover contests that Mary Kay does in the past, the way that you win is by submitting your entry, okay? Like I'm not saying everyone who submits is going to win, okay? Don't take my languaging that way, but there's a lot of people that don't submit them or they don't have a good caption. I do think the caption carries a ton of weight. So you're supposed to caption your photo on how this look makes you feel confident. So be creative, be you when you're making that caption, but you win $5,000. So again, if you have a beauty consultant you're already working with, get together with her. If you don't, I would love to work with you to send you samples in the mail or get together with you in person if you're local. To show you these looks. Find one that's gonna look great on you. I mean, that's win-win. You're gonna look great anyway, but then you have a chance to win that $5,000. Like, let's go, girl, okay? So, okay, so we've got our hazelnut and we've got our Cinnibar. Then we are going to take, I like to take something a little more dense. I'm gonna take an all-over eyeshadow brush, and we are gonna do, again, well-loved color in my personal palette right here. It's called Biscotti. It's kind of a tan. It looks white in my video, but trust me, it's got a hint of warmth about it. And I am like loading. See this? Loading. This is called loading the brush. Not like, oh, I'm putting so much on. No, we're loading this brush up with Biscotti because I am going to put a bunch of this color right on this inner corner and it is going to pop. I even like to pat it. And I go down on purpose, like down into the crease here or into the corner. And then I'm gonna pull it up this way and then in this way. So up and then in, look at that, it really pops it. And then I flip it over and I give it even more. I know it seems really dramatic, but it kind of dies down once you put the rest on. Look at that. Look at how much brighter this eye looks over this eye just from doing that. That kind of gives you that, again, that youthful look. So again, I'm just gonna kind of blend the middle just a little bit. I was just running that brush over it. Again, we're gonna load up. Here we go. This is so much fun, you guys. Makeup is fun. I also love that these are 3 matte shades. So if you are, not that mature women can't wear shimmer, because you can. That is also a lie. But this is gonna give you that just like youthfulness because they're all matte. Like this look looks good on everybody. Okay, again, I'll close my eye and I'm gonna go up this way, like towards my brow, in, over. But I'm not going way across. Okay, I wanna keep the really light part right in here. Really load that up. Woo, we're bright and sparkly. How fun. Okay, so I'm gonna pause here for just a second. And we are gonna clean it up before we do the Espresso eyeshadow as eyeliner because it's gonna help guide where I put that eyeliner. So I'm gonna show you how to clean that up. So if you've watched any of my videos, I always clean up my eye makeup the same way, which is using our cream color brush, which you can also work with concealer. and a little bit of my foundation, your CC cream. I mean, even concealer would work, although it's not as juicy of a texture. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get close so you can see this. I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna, again, to the angle of, if I was holding a tool like this, that's the angle I'm gonna drag it, because it's gonna give me, I'm gonna flip it over because I have a little bit too much. And I'm just gonna drag that like this, okay? And I'm gonna blend that underneath. I went a little nuts with the amount of product, but see how clean that looks? And see, that's giving me a nice angle. Now you do wanna take like a finger and just kind of blend that. It just literally erases it. It's the easiest thing. Look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna do that on the other side, but just look at the difference in my eyes, like just how that, I don't know, it just gives you that lift and cleanliness factor. Okay, so let's do this side. I'm probably making a face. There we go. That's probably a good face too. All right, we're gonna blend under here. And then I'm gonna just blend that with a finger and blend away that line. Okay, so now I have a line for the final step of this look, which is taking an angled, I love this brush. It's our angled eyeliner. So this has an angle for eyeliner, and then this you can use to like poof up, comb up your eyebrows. I'm gonna grab my palette here. Okay, so with this eyeliner, Eyeshadows eyeliner, we're gonna use another staple eyeshadow that you should have in your arsenal, which is this pretty Espresso right here. It's a warm gray, but it's smoky, so you can do a great smoky eye with this. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this brush and tap some on it. And again, I'm not pulling my eye, I'm holding my eye because my eye gets scared. And again, I'm holding the angle like this because that's the angle it's gonna go on my eye. Okay, so I almost go down, okay, like this first, and then I'm gonna pull some across. I need more. Okay, don't worry about the falling. We can flick that away with a brush. Okay, so I went down with my brush this way. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit. And again, you can do the tight lining trend. There we go. I, again, don't like to necessarily pull it over to that light and bright portion because I want to keep it light and bright. All right, let's do the other side. So again, I'm going to angle it the way that it should be, right? Sometimes we just, now with this side, do you see how I went down like this? This side, I'm going to kind of start and go up because the angle makes sense to do that. I need more. My palette went kind of far away here. All right, here we go. There. So again, that's all you're gonna do. Then what I like to do to clean up any spilling is take this big poofy brush and just flick it away. It tends to just go away. Of course, it's not going away on this side. So again, I can take that brush that still has a little bit of wet foundation and just clean that up. Acts like an eraser when you need it to, which is the perfect thing. There we go. Oh my goodness, you guys, I got a little on my cheek. Brush has gone wild. Because makeup doesn't have to be perfect. You can get that off very easily. Okay, so you cannot go anywhere without the mascara, friends. So we're gonna do, this is the Great Heights mascara because it's my favorite. So here we go. I'll be back when I'm done. Let's finish up this beautiful look with one of the most iconic cheek colors in Mary Kay history. It is a color called Shy Blush. And the reason Shy Blush is so iconic is because we've had it forever. It's this one right here. It's got a little bit of coral, a little bit of pink, a little bit of like a golden shimmer. It's so pretty. And so I'm gonna take just a little bit and I'm just gonna pop a little bit of that on my cheek. We need more. Oh my gosh, I forget that this is like me tan. And again, I like to kind of pat in my cheek color. I don't know why, it's just, Just kind of gives me the look that I want. But look at that, isn't that so pretty? I love this color. I love anything, I said this in my last video about the Island Breeze look, anything with a little bit of coral is always gonna make you look younger, okay? So it's kind of your friend. There, now I could pop some bronzer with this if I wanted. And again, I would kind of keep that to the outer part of my face. I'm not gonna do that today. I don't need to be that glam today, but the lip look that is associated with this look is really pretty. So first off, it's that Beige Nude lip liner. You guys, Beige Nude is such an incredible color. It works with so many different skin tones, and it's waterproof. So if you've never heard of Mary Kay's lip liners, they're waterproof, you guys. So even just the lip liner itself with like some lip balm or a gloss over it is gonna look incredible. There's also, if you pull on the end, a little sharpener. So if you like your lip liner super sharp, it does not matter so much to me. So I'm gonna fill in my lips with this liner, and then we are gonna do a Hushed Blush Supreme Hydrating Lipstick over top. And then our Hushed Blush Lipstick, Supreme Hydrating. This has a hint of coral in it too, but it's a very neutral and nude color. There we go. And this Supreme Hydrating formula has so much hydration and shine to it. It's so great for everyone. So I love this Cinnamon Glow look. It is an essential look for anybody. Hope to see you as one of our winners in the makeover contest.